Welcome to episode 5, Turf Wars. And this episode is a capture the flag challenge where the whole island and camp is available for anyone to go through to hide their flags. And the two teams that has their flag report it back to Chris or Crystal, or that have been reported and stolen, will lose today's challenge. Now, I'm going to go through all the team's plans and strategies to go. So let's start with the orange orangutans. Lightning just immediately runs off. And then they decide they're going to guard. I think Natalie, James, and Alec, and maybe Beth can guard while everyone else tries to find it. Hold on, let me see. Yeah. The yellow yaks, they decide to... Sean decides to hide that up in a tree, and with no other choice, they, let him, and then they try and find some. The black bumblebees, a sneaky idea, but Ella actually sings to the birds, and the birds just take the flag away, leaving their flag to be in an impossible spot, and then some people are like, cool, that's a cool cheeky strategy, and some people are annoyed, like Nick, Yule, and Taylor. The White Walruses, I think they would probably hide their flag maybe in a cave or under a rock. Anyway, Alejandro, Ripper, and Maggie, and probably B will guard of the area while the rest of the 5 will go flag hunting. Red Raccoons, since Marissa has a thing or two about the military, they might have some clue on where to hide it. So they find a spot and they just try and look around. The brown baboons, Courtney gives Rodney some jobs to do, but he's done nothing but fall in love with Courtney, Sierra, and Dakota. But yeah, so they're kind of being sloppy. The purple pandas, Ethan comedically hides it in his pants, just for comedic effects. So, yeah. So they just do what everyone else does and just search around. The green gorillas, Scary Girl hides it in the skull of the companion skull from the new Total Drama season. The gray giraffes, where do they hide it? When knowing Jade and Emma's brains, they probably hid it somewhere deep underwater, which is sort of a good spot, unless the other teams are good swimmers. The blue bears, Gabby just took the flag and said, "Trust me, guys, I got this," and then she was not seen for the rest of the episode. The pink puffins, where would they hide it? Well, Dave wants to have a strategy, but then Noah beats him to it and thinks it's something where they never look, which is in the cabins. So the puffins hide their flag in the cabins. Then the capybaras. Well, actually, Joe and Tyler came up with the idea. So they dig a hole and they bury the flag. Yeah, so they do that. Alright, now, which team do I think will lose? Well, remember how I said a couple minutes ago that the brown baboons were sloppy? Yeah, they never really did a good job hiding their flag, so that team will be the first one up for elimination. But before we begin on that, we need to figure out who the other team is that will be up for elimination. Now, there are some teams I can probably make lose, but I'm trying to figure out how I want to incorporate this without trying to write this sloppy. Let's say, where is she? Let's say while they were walking, Ellie runs into Gabby, but while no one was around, then Ellie notices Gabby's flag, But then Ellie just tells Gabby to hide it quick, like team mix, like team, like being rogue against the team. And then Gabby tries to go hide it in some spot, but then, look who's on the team! Team to find the flag and return to the host, making the Blue Bears be up for elimination. Which is kinda sad. And kinda pathetic. Let's begin with the Brown Baboons elimination, shall we? Rodney was hitting on all the girls except Fiore, because that's a child. Now, Courtney, Dakota, and definitely Sierra want to vote him off because he all made him uncomfortable, especially Sierra, knowing how her and Cody are having a stable relationship. And then Courtney probably swayed Wayne to vote for them. And I think Courtney managed to get Fiore too, just for the good of the team. Because even if Courtney wants Fiore off, she wants Rodney gone more. So she has to team up with her future enemy to get rid of a bigger enemy. And it wouldn't really matter what Rodney, Will, or Connor vote for. They probably did vote for Fiore, especially Will. Will probably definitely vote for Fiore. But Rodney is eliminated. Now this. This might be a bit tricky. But, like, people like Max, Axel, probably Allie would pin the blame on Gabby. But then Jeff, Tristan, and probably Diego will stick up for her. So it's 4 against 3, and 3 undecided. And let's go with the... Katie is alone, and she doesn't want to be without Sadie. And then Gabby feels that with her way with Ellie, so Gabby persuades Katie to vote with them. And then Millie and Mike has a thing going on. And Millie was writing down Mike's old story about the personalities. Oh, I never really told you this, but really explain this, but in this season, Mike doesn't have his personalities. He's just an average Joe. So, who I think? Max, Allie. I don't know Allie. Allie might switch. Allie... Maybe not. Maybe next time she will. But she is, like, peeved about losing. So, these 3 vote for Gabby. While Jeff, Tristan, Diego, Gabby, Katie. Katie decides to want to vote off someone like Max or something. But, actually, you know what? How about Max wants to vote off Gabby for losing. But then Axel knows Gabby's strengths and says, no, wait, she actually could be useful later on. But once her time's up, then we'll get rid of her. And then so they think about the other options who they might use for. And so they decided. And with Allie, I'm debating whether Allie should go. So they sent Allie to talk to Gabby. And they decided that it's all forgiven, it's all in the past, forget about it. And then so an 8-2 with 2 votes to Gabby, Mike is eliminated with 8 votes. With Axel's plan to keep Gabby around, Mike seemed like the most useless one besides Katie and Millie. And Allie. So, yeah, Mike and Rodney are both eliminated from episode 5. And that is it for today's episode. If you enjoyed this short episode, I will see you all next time for episode 6 of Total Camp Adventures, a total drama and Disventure camp crossover. See you guys.